Okay. So, what's your name?
My name is Mr. Ryan Moritz.
Mr. Ryan Moritz. Have any hobbies you like to talk about? Any like interests?
I have too many hobbies, if you ask my wife. I love off-roading, I love camping, I love fly fishing, I love surfing, I love reading, I love music, especially I collect vinyl records. That's just to name a little bit.
Okay. Is there any like talents or skills that you think a lot of people don't know about you that you like to talk about?
I think the talent that people know about, but they don't know the extent, is how I play guitar. Because I've been playing guitar since I was 12 years old, and I had a bigger collection of guitars and amps and pedals and all that stuff. It's decreased now as I'm an adult. I don't have much time to play anymore. But I was a professional musician for a while, so I have an extensive guitar knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Well, is there any particular like accomplishment that you're proud of in life that you've achieved now or?
This may sound a little cliche, a little hokey, but becoming a teacher actually was a pretty big milestone because I had been through several careers and none of them really stuck. I kind of lost passion for them, but since I've become a teacher, I actually look forward to coming to work every day. I love where I work. I love working with students. I love the topic I teach. So I finally found the career that I know I'm going to stick with because I enjoy it so much. Come to work every day is actually more fun. I don't look at it as a job. It's almost like a hobby. I enjoy this.
Well, one particular accomplishment that I had in mind was your trip around the country.
Oh yeah.
Is there any like specific memory that you think of a lot or that you like to talk about?
Yes. So what Adrian is referring to is in 2009. I had some time between going from Long Beach City College to Long Beach State, and my friend and I, we bought motorcycles and we traveled the country for 6 months. We went to every state. We flew to Alaska and flew to Hawaii and rented motorcycles in those states. So we actually rode motorcycles in every state in the United States. And gosh, trying to think of just one occasion on that trip that was like the quintessential moment is really hard to do. But I'll say one of my favorite memories is I had my motorcycle helmet and I had installed an intercom system, so I had speakers in the ears and a microphone, and I could talk on my phone while I was riding my motorcycle. And I was finally crossing into New York State on the George Washington Bridge, and we're going on to Manhattan Island. And I was talking to my dad, and I came to a toll booth, and the guy had a really thick New York accent. My dad could hear that person talk. Are you in New York? I'm like, yeah, I'm in New York now. And just kind of the thinking about where I was at in relation to where I've been and came from. And then I was on the phone with my dad, and he could hear what was going on around me. It was a very special moment that I felt like I shared with my dad. So that was definitely a pretty cool moment on the trip, even though it was pretty, small compared to the things I did. It was just driving.
Well, I think that was a really important moment you shared. But is there any specific person that you'd cite as like having a lot of influence on you and your path through life?
So just in general?
Yeah, it could be a father figure, friend.
Yeah, there's a couple people to come to mind. The first one is my father. His name's Steve. He was a firefighter. He really was a good role model for me growing up. He's not only my dad now, but he's one of my best friends. I enjoy spending time with him. I really respect his opinion, and I copy a lot of stuff he does. So he's always been there as a role model for me. A second person that's really influenced me throughout my life is one of my former professors. Her name is Dr. Laurel Grease. She was my first anthropology professor, and by trade, she's an archaeologist, so she really took me under her wing and helped me navigate through academia to get into archaeology and get a master's in archaeology, and that took me to some really awesome places in the world.
So do you think that everything you did in your life led to you becoming a teacher, or do you think it was more of like you going along with like life?
Well, it's a little bit of both. I kind of, in general as a person, I like to just go with the flow and see where life's going to take me. Like when I go on vacation, I usually don't book a hotel. I wait till I get there and then see where we end up and then get a hotel from there. kind of I do the same thing with life. It's just when one door closes, I look for the next door, which has led me to teaching. However, everything I have done in life, being an EMT on an ambulance in a hospital, being an archaeologist, working as a land surveyor, going to nursing school, all those things really culminated in me being the perfect forensic science teacher, because I've had all these experiences in the real world. It's just not academic knowledge, it's personal, first-hand knowledge I've done. I've done stuff in the laboratory setting, I've done this stuff out in the field. So all those things have really made me a really strong teacher in this field.
All right. Do you have any final words for students or people just wondering what they're going to do with their life and like want to find a path and interests for the future?
Definitely, my biggest path, or my biggest chunk of wisdom for you is have fun. Because if you're not having fun in whatever you're doing, it's not for you. You could have a super high paying job, but you're miserable every day. That's not worth it. You get one life. You need to live that life. So you need to find what makes you happy and run with that. For me, I have found that being a teacher is what is fun and passionate for me. Like I said, other jobs I did, like archaeology, it became no more fun. And I wasn't enjoying it, so I had to find something new. So if you have a hobby or a passion, figure out how you can make that a career and go with that. And one more thing, while you are in school, yeah, you're kind of forced into taking certain classes, or you have to be here from this time to this time, but you got to make it the best you can. Make good friends, join clubs, be social, because if you make school fun, you're going to enjoy it more, you're going to learn more, you're going to do better. If you just hate it and you make it even worse by hating it, you're not going to be successful. So figure out a way to make it fun and enjoyable.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.